Hello everybody, welcome to my coffee break. Today I'm going to be trying a Starbucks Nitro coffee, and it's called Dark Cocoa Sweet Cream. And it's a Nitro coffee from Starbucks. I really don't go to Starbucks, but I do use their capsules for an espresso machine because they're pretty much the only ones that sell. Pete sells them, so I try to get that or buy from Nespresso. But I got this Nitro coffee. I haven't seen this one before. I tried their other ones, but I haven't. I think this is kind of new, so I'm gonna try this. This has only 80 calories, and it only has 11 grams of sugar, which is not bad at all, right? It's a Nitro coffee, and it says cold brew coffee, reduced fat milk, cocoa, sugar, cream, sea salt, and then nitrogen. So we're going to try this. Let's kind of give it a little shake so that way builds up the nitro bubbles in there. So we're going to try this. Hope everybody's doing well today. Oh, there we go. Let's pour it really fast, okay? Let's see. You have to pour it really fast to build up the nitro bubbles. So there we go. Very creamy looking. So it's supposed to have cream and non-fat milk. So yeah, it says reduced fat. Well, okay, reduced fat, so it'll be like low fat, right? So here we go. Look at the crema on there. That looks pretty good. So let's see how it tastes. It smells really good. That tastes pretty good. The only thing is, there's very light coffee taste. I taste the cream more than I do the coffee, but it's okay. Look at all that crema just from taking a drink. Hey Rob, how are you? Fist pump to you. Thank you for joining me. I'm trying a Starbucks Nitro coffee, and it says dark cocoa and sweet cream. And you would think it would have a lot of sugar, but it only has 11 grams of sugar, so that's pretty good. So it only has 80 calories in it, and I was trying to see what the caffeine content was. It doesn't say. Sometimes some coffees will have how much caffeine they have in, but this one doesn't say. This one's only a 9.6 fluid ounce can, or a 284 milliliter. It says their premium coffee. It says their signature cold brew coffee, cold brew infused with nitrogen. For the moment you open it, it create a rush, creamy texture, smooth, delicious taste. The cocoa, I've already tasted too, because it's not very dark. You would think if it had dark cocoa in it, it was still, with the cream, it would still be kind of dark. I do taste the cocoa though, but it's barely there. And the coffee is, it's there, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this Starbucks. Thank you for joining me on YouTube, Rob. Good to see you. Hope everything in Illinois is good. It is hot in Texas. We had like a little cool spell where everything went down to like low 90s. Now we're back up into the hundreds again. So that's okay. As long as we're inside or you know, at work in the AC, we're okay. I don't. Yeah, it's okay. I didn't use ice because as long as it's refrigerated and you pour it fast, the nitro bubbles should be activated. And I'm trying to see sodium. It doesn't have that much. Well, yeah, it does. It has 100 milligrams of sodium. Oh, I missed that comment. Why did it go so fast? It's okay. You know the new there's airplanes are flying over this morning, going to Lackland. I think several jets. I just heard them go. When I got up this morning, I heard one, and then just before I came out here to the studio, aka garage, um, I heard one fly over. So they must be doing some kind of training thing at Lackland Air Force Base. Yeah. The other day when I went to the park, the big B-52s were flying over. The big cargo planes were flying over, and they fly low sometimes. And boy, it's just like really, really loud. And then also they fly over at night too sometimes, and you can hear them. So it's pretty. I think I made a video one time, but I didn't know if I can post it because I think I shared it with some friends online, but I don't know if you're really supposed to video. There we go. Oh really? Cool. They fly over. The the big B-52s, they fly low sometimes. Well, because Lackland Air Force Base is in West San Antonio, and I live kind of northwest San Antonio, so we're kind of in their flight path, but it doesn't happen all the time. But we do see jets sometimes too. Um, Lackland Air Force Base is the training um, for the Air Force here in San Antonio, and oh, but yeah, people do their basic training. That's what it's called. And also that they have a somebody had told me they have a really cool like graduation thing for their cadets. I guess that's what you would call it. But I've never been to it. Somebody told me it's really neat. And well, I don't have anybody in my family in the Air Force now. But my father-in-law was in the Air Force. Um, he was retired, so and yeah. Well, man, that went fast. I drank this too fast, I think. But yeah, it's okay. It's not. It's not. Some of those other coffees that I tried was actually better than this. So, I just saw. I went to HEB. That's our grocery store here in San Antonio, and I was trying to find something different to review. And right now, it's kind of like some stores are not really having a lot of different products come, and so I I said, well, I haven't tried this one. I looked on my videos to make sure that I didn't do this one before, and I haven't. I did. They did have like a caramel one I tried before, and that was a while back. Oh, really? Wow, lots of flight training. Yeah, you can. There's also a little airport here called Stinson Airport, and a lot of people do like training on just learning how to fly a little plane. what do you call it? Plop plane? Anyway, those little planes. And you can watch them. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go, my family, my mom and dad would take me and just, we would park outside the little airport. And you can see people landing and taking off, landing and taking off. You would think that was boring, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then at Lackland, I guess you can't really see the planes taking off, but you can watch them. Uh, yeah, they're all over the place, and they're leaving the, what do you call that? Oh, well, you know, in the sky when they're flying their planes, they leave like a little trail, something trail. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, they leave the trails. There's a theory of that sometimes they're trying to make it rain with the. Yeah, cool. I like that. It was we actually when I was what do you call it? When I was young, down the street there's a man that his name was Bobby, and he was building a plane, and we watched him. Me and my best friend, we watched him. He was building a little plane. Well, actually, he built a model, big model plane, and then after that, he actually repaired a plane. But we never flew with him or anything. But we used to call him Mr. Bobby. His name was Bobby, but we would call him Mr. Bobby. And yeah. Yeah, but that's fun, right? To go just watch the planes land and take off. The jet, I mean, I don't know how close you can get to Lackland to watch that, but you can actually, I guess there's some parking areas there you can watch them take off. I don't know what jets are flying over my area, but I just know about those big B-52s, cargo planes. I remember when I was a teenager, I worked at Kelly Air Force Base as like a youth opportunity program that they had at the time. You can work out there. I was a senior in high school, and it was. I thought I would be able to stay out there, you know, do the civil service thing, but it was only for the summer, and a lot of people would catch those planes. Like the people that worked there was civil service. Like if they needed to go to another Air Force base, they can catch a ride in one of those planes and go to McLaughlin. I think that's in California. And then there's another one in Oklahoma. I forgot what the name of that Air Force base is. But they closed down Kelly Air Force Base, and they made it. It's called a port, and it's I don't know what all they do out there now, but it's called Port of San Antonio, and I think they have all kinds of different shipping programs there or something. But they had closed years ago. They had closed down Kelly Air Force Base, but now we just have Lackland. We used to have 4 Air Force bases here. We had Kelly Air Force Base, Lackland Air Force Base, Brooks Field Air Force Base, and then Randolph Air Force Base. And the only 2 that are still around is Lackland Air Force Base and Randolph. Brooks Air Force Base, they had closed down, and then they made a big shopping area called Brook City Base, and it's all kinds of shops and stuff there now. So, well, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you, Rob. It was really nice to see you again. Thank you for joining me on my coffee break. And I'm thinking about. There's a Korean store here in San Antonio, kind of on the northeast. I'm gonna go check them out today and see if I can find some coffees, some different coffees. I know they have Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown's kind of a popular coffee that's in the Asian markets here in San Antonio. But I want to try to see if I can find some different ones to try to review on my channel. Um, some of the Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, very limited now what they have because they're not really getting anything new. So I want to go see if I can see something there at the Korean market. So we'll see. Thank you everybody for joining me today on my coffee break, and I appreciate it. And thank you for joining me on Facebook Live, Twitch, and YouTube. And remember, coffee and friends make a perfect blend. So we'll see you next time on Kenron's Coffee Break. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rob, for joining me today. Happy hunting. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rob. We'll be out there in the hot weather today, but yeah, we'll find it. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.